us in Christian prayers and allowing the joiner to lead us in Christian prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. حمدا الذي جلال والإكرام ثم صلاته مع السلام على رسول المنتدى الإسلام وآله وأصحابه فرسانه. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. God of mercy and grace, the giver of life, we ascribe our glory, honor, and praise to you. Breathe on us your breath. Guide us on our earthly journey. We cannot do without you. Holy One, you are great in all facets of life, and we put our whole trust in you alone. Let your goodness and mercy follow us today, and may we all continue to dwell in your house this day, henceforth, and even forevermore. Amen.
Mr. Witness, may I kindly take your seat? The witness, the continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils on related matters, may I remind you once again that you are still on the oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed. Thank you, Madam Chair. Over to you.
Good morning, Mr. Touray.
Good morning, Ma.
You're welcome back.
Thank you.
Council, you may proceed.
So today, we were discussing the issue of the two employees that you sacked.
Yes.
May I please have their files? Now for Mariama Khan. Mariama Khan, you wrote the letter to her
Yes.
on the 8th of January 2018, and you've referenced the local government service staff rules. Do you recall this in the letter?
Yes.
And in the service rules, it has stated that the temporal appointment she will not be entitled to any of the benefits attached to a permanent appointment, except that should the temporal appointment exceed 12 months, continuous. This you knew already.
Yes.
That there's a timeline for the temporal appointment, which is 12 months. You have referenced that. in the letter.
Yes.
They have served for about 3 years. Why did you still decide to sack them without notice, even though they have served for about 3 years?
Yeah, that was an oversight.
That is not an oversight. You can't call it an oversight. You reference the service rules. You wrote them a letter referencing their appointment, that they have worked for 3 good years. You don't think they even deserve to have notice, adequate notice, or to have their salary in lieu of the notice?
Yes, they should have their salary in lieu of notice.
So why did you not do that? Is it because you think you are the CEO, so you can do anything you want? Is that the case?
No.
So why did you do that? Why did you single them out, the 2 of them? Is it 2020, right? Determination. When did you terminate their services?
Pardon?
When did you terminate their service?
Unless I look at the letter, I cannot fully remember right now.
It's in 2020.
Okay.
So why, after referencing the service rules, being aware of the relevant regulation, why did you still go ahead and decide to terminate their services? That I can't understand. Any reason?
No, the only reason is it was an oversight.
Oversight of what?
I'm not considering the notice period.
But you know, if your service actually terminated you, Mr. Touray, you are entitled to a notice. This you know. Do you not think the same thing applies to other employees as well?
Yes.
So why did you not do it? You would have demanded for adequate notice, even if there are grounds for termination. At least 2 they continue to work because they have been called by their colleagues to come and work. And the reason that you have given was found to not be true because they continue to work. You had something against them?
Absolutely no.
Now, when you were there as CEO, did you contract any loan from any financial institution? Do you recall?
Or maybe overdraft.
Overdraft. How many
Yes.
times have you contracted overdraft from the financial institution? Do you have the numbers?
No, I cannot remember.
Well, if you ask to write us down the overdrafts you have secured from the banks or financial institutions, will you do it? And how did you secure these overdrafts? What is the process that you follow?
We informed the finance committee.
The finance committee.
Yes.
How do you inform them?
By holding a meeting.
Okay.
Then we apply to the bank.
Who applies?
I write the application.
And then that's all?
We take it to the bank.
Yes.
And we are given approval for the overdraft.
Will the council be aware of this?
Yes, because it is always on silence. They are aware of it.
Do they give the approval? Council?
At the committee level, yes, they give
At the committee level. The committee is not council. The committees don't make decisions. They make recommendations. They don't have binding powers. Their recommendations are not binding. They are mere recommendations. There is no committee that's the recommendations are binding. Who formed the committee? Is it not you?
Pardon?
You formed the committee.
No,
Who formed the committee?
the council.
The council.
Yes.
But you go by the recommendations of the committee and then you take it as final.
Exactly.
So you don't have any approval from council.
No.
But you don't have the power.
But it is reported. It is reported at the council level.
Do you have records of minutes, records of report of these overdrafts in council? No, during council meetings.
Anyway, unless I consult them for
Unless you consult them.
Yes.
So we'll need it for every overdraft you've taken. It will need you to provide us with the relevant procedure that was taken. And if you have a council resolution, it will need it as well. Salary increment, have you had salaries or allowances increased during your time? Precisely from 2018 to 2020.
Yes.
How many times have you increased the salaries or allowances?
The one I can remember is the annual increment.
The annual increment.
Yes.
When was this?
Every year salaries increase from one grade point to another grade point.
Every year they increase.
Yes.
How? Who sanctioned this increase? Just every year.
And the integrated pay scale.
Integrated pay scale.
Yes.
Were you employing staff in 2018?
Where?
Were you, as CEO, employing staff of council in 2018?
Yes, some staff they are employed.
What is the grade that you are allowed to employ?
Grade 3.1.
Grade 3.1.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the list of the people that you have appointed from 2018 to 2020?
No, I don't have this.
Yes. Would you be able to provide us with the list of employment you have? Now, how do you employ staff from at the grade 3.1 level? Do you have a committee that sit over it
Yeah, the establishment committee.
and they will make recommendations? Do they
Yes.
send applications? They staff?
Yes, we do inform. They are all aware of it.
So there will be an establishment committee meeting for this employment.
Yes, because already it has been budgeted for.
Yes.
Those vacant positions have been budgeted for.
Now, do you have a strategic plan in 2018, 2020?
That I cannot remember whether there was a strategic plan at that period.
Well, the audit report 2019 says that there was no strategic plan, there was no operational plan. There was no operational plan. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why is that? Do you know?
No, actually, we never provide the operational plan.
Have you had strategic plan?
Strategic plan, no, by
Yes, now. But do you know why that is the case? Do you know why you don't have a strategic plan?
Anyway, I was aware that the ministry in consultation with UNDP were working on it, and all councils were provided with a strategic plan, but I cannot remember it was which year, whether it was around the 2020.
A fixed asset register?
Not updated, I can remember.
Since when? When was the last update?
That I cannot remember when was the last update.
You can't remember when the last update was.
For it?
You can't remember when the last update.
No.
Have you had advisors at level of council?
No.
Consultants?
No.
Legal advisors?
No, I cannot remember.
Companies?
Companies like
whether the council engage in procuring shares in the companies or the formulation of companies?
No.
Any form of company or any businesses that council may have?
No.
Now, the authority for expenditure. Do you have a threshold at the level of council as to what limit the CEO has in relation to authorizing expenditure?
No, there was no threshold.
So who has the discretion?
Pardon?
Who has the ultimate discretion to decide expenditure?
Is the CEO in consultation with the finance department?
Finance department?
Yes.
The finance committee, you mean?
Pardon?
The finance department, the
finance committee.
Finance committee.
Yes.
How do you consult them?
When we have meeting at times we do
Have you been consulted there?
During meetings.
Have you been consulted your finance committee?
Yeah, we do brief them during finance committee meetings.
Do you have minutes of the briefings?
Yeah, unless I consult the office and get those minutes there.
Do you have minutes of meetings where you have consulted?
Yeah, we were having minutes.
But today you don't take permission. You don't take any form of authority from anyone in council. You had the sole discretion to authorize expenditure during your time. That's a fact. You were signing checks. You were making huge withdrawals from the accounts. Is that your unilateral decision, or you were doing this together with the chairman? The withdrawals you were making, was this together with the chairman, or with the finance director, or is it a sole decision making process?
Actually, I know most of those transactions.
You have?
Most of those transactions, the chairman is aware of it because we do report to the chairman.
You do report to the chairman?
Yes.
How do you report to the chairman?
Going to his office.
How is this reporting done?
Anyway, I just go to his office and give him all the activities that is taking place, inform him about all the activities taking place.
Do you have evidence of that?
No.
So how am I to trust what you are saying?
There are no records, but it was happening.
It was happening. So if the chairman is to deny that.
Pardon?
If the chairman is to deny that.
If he should deny that.
Yes.
I doubt it if he will deny.
You want the commission to believe that for every expenditure you go and brief a chairman? That's not true.
Not every expenditure.
Knowing the way you operate in council, you would not do that. You don't have time to do that.
Not every expenditure.
Yes, exactly. It cannot be possible.
Yes, not every expenditure.
And you don't have records of the briefings as well. The financial manual requires, Mr. Touray, that you don't have, or no one in council will have, a sole decision to decide expenditure of council. You understand? It rests on to you as CEO the chairman or mayor or mayors, as the case may be, and council, general council at large. Are you aware of this? That there should be a threshold for every authority for expenditure. There should be a threshold for it, and the authority that should give approval for the expenditure. Are you aware of this?
Yes.
So you should sign together with the finance director. In your absence, the admin director. But it does not say that you have the authority to incur expenditure alone. So why do you take it upon yourself to decide the withdrawals that will be made, the deposits that will be made, and so on and so forth? What is to be purchased, what is not to be purchased? Why do you follow due process? Yes?
And we are not following the due process.
But why? Why was that? So we have some of the withdrawals made by staff of council. You know, Babundur, for instance, is the market master.
Yes.
You have your GT bank account, the area council account that he withdrew $165,000. You will sign the check together with the finance director.
Which year was it?
And the voucher number is 30/03/22. That's the year 2022.
It was not during my time.
This is during the time of 2022 would be not your time. That's correct. You left in 2020.
Yes.
Right. Now, your trust bank account, Babylon, made several deposits. There's a $50,000 deposit on the 5th of February 2019. Do you have your trust bank account with you?
Pardon?
Let me ask you to give me your trust bank account if you have it. Babylon made a deposit of $50,000, then 24,400 on the 3rd of May 2019, 16 May 2019, 48,500, 10 September 2019, 8,300, 18 September 2019, 20,000, 14 October 2019, $10,000, 1st November 2019, $30,000, 9th November 2019, 17,000, 27 December 2019, 5,000, 10th January 2020, 6,500, 14th of January 2020, $6,000, 20th of January 2020, 40,000, 12th June 2020, 9,000, 25th of June 2020, 10,000, 26th of June 2020, 10,000, 11th of July 2020, 10,000. Why was he making all these deposits into your account?
I was giving him those monies for him to deposit them into my account.
Why were you giving him money to put into your account?
Pardon?
Why were you giving him money to deposit into your account?
Why? Well,
You giving him money to deposit into your account?
because I used to send him to the bank to deposit them for me.
Well, what was the source of these funds?
Pardon?
The source of these funds?
Sources.
Yeah.
Okay, they were my money. I stated here that I was having a business.
Which you cannot prove. Which you don't have proof of.
Actually, I have proof of it.
Where is the proof?
I brought some of those documents here. Currently, the vehicles that I'm having for sale.
You don't have proof. But somehow, same. 91,000 in August, 17,000 in November, 40,000 in December, and 10,000 in December again. It's the same thing.
Yes.
Magic Sonko, for all devils ask for the same thing.
Yes.
Nyakasi Kasam, 120,000 from trust bank and 70,000. The same thing as well.
Yes.
Lamin Jam, 40,000.
Lamin.
Jam,
Yes.
40,000 in February 2020 and 20,000 at the end of July 2020. It's all the same thing.
Yes.
All right. You have proof of this, Mr. Touray? We will really welcome that. You cannot establish the source of all these funds. You are in charge of public funds as chief executive officer.
Okay. Anyway, I can show you the certificate that I have when my house was completely burned, and some of those documents were burned there. Currently, the ones I'm having is only the cars that were brought under my custody. Had it been my house was not burned, I would have brought all the documents that we are talking of the items which were sent to me.
Today, we all carry our cross. Do you have an IT policy?
No.
In country, you don't. A training policy?
What?
Training policy.
No, there is no training policy.
A fuel register?
There is no field register.
Now, let me ask that you be given the 2019 audit report. Do you have?
Yes.
Please turn to page 14. You have 2.5 heading salary preparation without payment vouchers. 2018, you'll see a table where salaries were prepared without the necessary payment vouchers. Have you seen it?
Page 14.
Page 14, 2.5. You have seen it?
Yes.
Says examination of sample expenditure vouchers against the cash flow. Reveal salary preparation without payment vouchers. Salaries are paid using the salary schedule only. Why would you not prepare salary vouchers for this payment?
Okay, what I can remember here, we were having a software that we were using.
Yes.
And that software, it can generate the payroll register, it can generate the pay slips, but the payment voucher, they said they are not seeing any document called the payment voucher. So when that happened, we have to consult the supplier, and from there he was able to give us the template of a voucher sort of.
So you have all these vouchers.
Yes, they are there.
Salaries, there's a way that you prepare salaries going by the manual, right? There's a way you prepare salaries going by the manual.
Yes.
Why did you not follow the process of salary payment?
Because by then the template we are having, all the necessary information were on it.
Then you will still have a voucher. Whether
Yes.
it is an electronic system or a manual system, you will still have a voucher.
Yeah.
So where are these vouchers?
The vouchers are there right now.
So you can get these vouchers.
Yes.
All right. So we will need you to provide these vouchers. The total is $507,692.52.
It's noted.
Now, on page 16,
Mr. Touray,
Yes.
what's the implication of you as a CEO using the salary schedule without the voucher? What is the implication?
The implication is showing that our salaries were prepared, but there was no payment done. Because in that template, we have a signatory sheet that we are using. And any employee that may receive your salary, you have to sign that signatory sheet. And we have a detailed information on the same sheet that shows all the earnings of each of the staff. But there is no document that indicate voucher. That was the query that they made here. So we had to consult the guy responsible. That was the time he created.
Yes. For an example, please take a look at, we have admitted a payroll, which is for 2018. And you look at the second page, I did some writings there. And I want you to explain to us why you have serious differentials in the salaries of two people, for instance, Fabakari Fofana and Omar Sonko. They are all senior collectors. Why is it that there is such a huge differential in salary? Please give it to me. Thank you. Fabakari Sonko and
Fabakari Fofana and
the two.
Omar Sonko.
Yeah.
I think Omar is more a senior staff than Fabakari.
What is the senior grade level?
Omar was a senior revenue collector.
Grade level.
Pardon?
Asking the grade level for a senior collector.
Actually, I cannot remember right now, unless
Please note it and provide for us the grade levels.
for senior revenue collector.
Yes.
Okay.
You have indicated that you have a system where everything is inputted in the system and it generates, did you say it's a voucher or was it, what is it called?
It generates the salary slip. It generates.
I want to understand whether it is a voucher that is generated from the system or a schedule that is generated from the system.
It's a payroll system. It's a payroll system.
Yes, so please provide it for us within your period because you've been asked the question whether you have been increasing salary. We want to see the incremental points that has happened over the years when you were there for each employee on the payroll. That will give us an idea as to the differentials that I showed you there. Now, for Omar, one is earning 19,000, the other one is earning 34,000. Is that correct?
Annually.
That's annual.
Yes.
Yes. So why the differentials of over 14,000?
I know Omar is more a senior collector than Fabakari.
All right, thank you. You will bring us the information from the period that you were there You understand?
Okay.
And the correct payroll that
Okay.
you were using
Okay.
for the period in question.
Okay.
All right? You
Thank
can look back the notes. Council, you may proceed.
Now, in the cash book, the main cash book, there were some postings that were not done. Page 16, you will see that you procured market tickets, and the value is $75,000 from GPPC. But this was not posted into your cash book.
It was not posted in the cash book.
Yes.
That must be an oversight from the Director of Finance, who is responsible for the postings.
Look, Mr. Touray, whatever is the responsibility of the Director of Finance is your responsibility as the Chief Accounting Officer.
Yes.
So we don't want to hear that. It's your responsibility to make sure that you have proper updates.
Yes.
So if you don't do your reconciliation, your bank reconciliations against the cash book, then you cannot.
That's quite true.
Yes. So therefore, you cannot tell us this is the responsibility of the Director of Finance. Who does it on a daily basis? The postings, but you check it at the end of the month.
Yes.
Make sure it makes sense in relation to the finance of country, the bank and the cash book. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So if you don't have this in your cash book, of course you don't do bank reconciliation. If you ever conduct a financial statement, it will be wrong, totally wrong. Is that not the case?
Yes.
Now, there were also series of unposted calculations as well on page 17. It says that the following table below relates to sample market tickets amounting to $318,734. They were issued to collectors but could not be traced in their individual cash books. For instance, you have Babalu's cash book, the serial tickets 4737001 to 4738000, not posted in the cash. And this goes on. So the individuals concerned or affected, Babalu, Jennifer Khan, Lang Suare, Sajo Chati, Azure Sonko. Yes, this individual. How is this possible?
Actually, it usually happen when auditors come because the market tickets are too much. They usually have some errors too.
No.
Because of the
This is an issue of
this
amounts not being posted.
excuse me. At times they do post, and you will see a ticket. A ticket is 10. A set is 10. Collectors usually post maybe half of it in this particular page. You see the other half in the next 2-3 pages. So when that happens, usually when editors come, it usually happens. And when it happens, what we usually do is we invite that collector to come, give the individual all those numbers for him or her to go and verify. And when that happens, usually we see most of them in their cash books. This particular audit inspection, I was not in Karawan by then.
2019.
When the time they were auditing, in 2021, I was not there.
Yes.
So,
but you responded. Did they not tell you?
No, I didn't. I'm just seeing this audit report.
Yeah.
When I went to the investigators, I was not even informed about this audit report. But the only thing I can say is
what you have is that you would check all these cash flows when you were the CEO in Kerawa. Every collector comes to your office.
Not on this market ticket issue.
You know that. All we know is the collectors will say that you're asking all of them to do expenditures at their own level.
Yeah,
what system you have. So if you do not have these numbers accounted for, It's probably because of the culture you've had in authorizing expenditure in a very informal way.
Council, most of these books are in their cash book.
Who signed their cash book?
I said most of these books may be posted in their cash books.
So there is no evidence. That's what they are saying. But then if you look at the further comment, the author says there is no evidence of such.
Yes, now what I'm appealing is whether I can be given the chance for me to tell them what they should do to search them in their cash book. Because I was not there during the time of
Absolutely, absolutely. You will have the time to find evidence of these transactions. And where the money is. It's not only enough for the money to be in their cash book. You have to tell us whether it has been deposited into the bank or you authorized expenditure. If not, you'll be responsible, Mr. Touray. But if you look at all their cash books, these individuals, their cash books, it's very clear they have been cleared. There is no single collector who appear in this commission and it has been cleared by you. All of you would have cleared these collectors already.
Council for market ticket, it usually happens during auditing.
During
auditing, it usually happens.
What would happen?
This market tickets.
The annual audit.
Yeah.
That comes probably once every 2 years.
Yes.
But there is no internal audit. And all of them, you authorize expenditure, Mr. Touray. It's a fact. It's a fact. So now you come back and tell us where this money is.
Where the tickets are posted.
Or the money.
Okay, fine. Okay.
We need to know where they are posted, and we need to know how they have been admitted into the coffers of council.
Okay.
Whether into the bank's accounts or being paid to an officer in the finance department or to the as a CEO.
Okay.
That is the issue at the end of the day, Mr. Touray. It's not only enough for the money to be written into the cash. We have to know where it is. Is that not the case? If it is spent, there has to be a voucher for it with the necessary adequate supporting document. Do you not agree with that?
Anyway, we are going back to
agree with that.
Actually, these are revenues that have been collected, and if at all they are posted in their cash book, then it has been receipted there. Yes,
if it is posted in the cash book.
It has been receipted there.
In the collector's cash book.
Yes.
But after the collection, the money must be either spent or deposited into the bank. All of them will wait for your instruction. All of the collectors will wait for your instruction. Is that not the case? Is that not the case?
Yes.
All of them wait for your instructions. All the collectors.
Yes, I do instruct them.
Yes. In fact, they wait for you at the end of their collection for you to tell them what to do with the money. Actually, you have admitted that yesterday.
I do instruct them.
Yes.
I agree.
It's not like you instruct them. They have to wait for it. There's a difference. They cannot just collect revenue and go to the bank and pay. They cannot do that. You know what they'll be saying? If they ever do that, they will be answerable.
No.
But that's the evidence.
Yes, we do inform them to go and deposit the money at the bank. So which of the banks usually they have to call me to ask me, which bank should we deposit this money?
No, that's not true. They have to call you to ask you what they should do with the money. If you decide that they should put it into the GT bank, they will do that. If you decide that they will have to pay for something, they will have to do it. Do you understand? And they dare not do anything except do you give them clear instructions. Correct?
I instruct them.
Yes, you instruct them. You have to instruct them if not them. But the instruction should have been automatic. Going by the books of accounts, the relevant regulation. The first option is to pay the money to the bank. If you can't do that, pay the money to a cashier. And it is entered in the cash book. And the cashier will now take the money to the bank. Or if you need some money, there will be a petty cash float that should be raised in the proper manner. But you don't follow all that. You use council's money as if it is your own personal money. Mr. Touray, you have a whole bank that you call the area council, that the monies that are paid to the account or according to the daily basis, you decide how it is done. Just you, nobody else. And you think that's normal? Friends, all of you, all of you, all the CEOs. Now, the same page, you had paid about $539,308. On page 18, you turn to page 19, you will see the amount. The money says that these payments were raised but were neither signed by the officer making the payment nor the vote controller, that's you, the CEO, but the authorized payment. There's a cost of spare parts. Azimex, you know Azimex at Old Joshua, $2,600. Not properly authorized, no supporting document. Cost of gas, oil for Caravan Area Council 2. Who drives that car?
Yes, but it was my car. It was my.
You see, you purchased from Jawel $4,558. Where did you get this money? I'm asking you, who authorized you to do this expenditure?
I didn't do the expenditure.
Who did the expenditure? If you don't do it,
Actually, I cannot remember, but
you don't have to put it back. That's what this meant.
I do take fuel supply at Java times, and it is paid by the collector.
You don't have to take fuel apart from the one that is duly appropriated to you.
Yes, that's the one.
But it's not the case. This is the case in this one. You are getting money because you have access to these revenue bearers. They put money into your account. You have Momodu Fofana. What's Momodu Fofana? Purchase lubricants and spare parts for $2,150. Where's Momodu Fofana?
I don't know.
By the way, your voucher number is 61 for the fuel you've purchased. And you need to identify all these vouchers, please.
Okay.
And Babakar Mane, you hired tractor from Babakar Mane?
Yes, we were hired a tractor
from Babakar Mane.
I cannot remember the people whom we are, but as far as the document is Babakar Mane, then it's Babakar Mane.
Now, Lamin A.S. Mane, you know Lamin A.S. Mane?
No.
Oh, Lamin A.S. Mane, when you were paying your friend for the boho.
Yes. But I don't know any Lamin A.S.
Payments were transferred into his account.
I didn't see this document.
You don't see this?
I didn't see any of this document.
Which document is that?
The one you have to go, this Lamin A.S. man. I cannot remember any document by the name Lamin A.S. man.
Yes, here I will show it. Exhibit. Let me show you this voucher. Yes, do you recognize that voucher?
Yes, but I cannot remember this.
Come again?
I cannot remember it. I cannot remember it.
You cannot remember it. Is that a cancelled voucher?
Yes.
Did you authorize that voucher? Did you sign that voucher? Given your authority for payment.
Yes, I signed for it.
Given your authority for payment.
Yes.
Okay. Let me have that voucher admitted. Right. We apply with a voucher. It is a photocopy, and the date is 30th of April 2019. Accompanying the voucher is a contract attached to the voucher. Together with invoices from Sane and Sons Enterprise.
Payment voucher addressed to Lamin AS Marina, dated the 30th of April 2019, and attached to this payment voucher is a receipt from the writings is not clear from this. Can you help us, Mr. Touray? This receipt is from which company? Because the photocopying is not clear.
It is an enterprise general merchandise,
Oh,
clearing agency and construction.
I will take that again. A payment voucher dated the 30th of April 2019, and it is addressed to Lamin AS Marina. And attached to this payment voucher is a receipt from Sunny Enterprise General Merchandise Clearing Agency and Construction. dated the 30th of April 2019 also. The receipt indicates a sum total of $510,000. These two documents are admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/KEAC/SKT/004.
As the commission pleases. Yes. May we please have the exhibit? Now, student,
Yes.
please have a look at this vouchers. Now, who raised that voucher?
This voucher was made by, I think, Ablatan.
You think? Let's not think here. Let's be certain.
Actually, I think it's the director of finance.
Please, today we want to be certain.
It's the director of finance.
He signed?
Pardon?
He signed the voucher?
Yes.
Now, there should be a column for the accounts clerk that should raise the voucher. Should the director of finance raise a voucher?
Yes. In that council, yes.
In that council?
Yes.
So in that council, you have your own way of doing things.
Now, this is the voucher we found here.
Is there?
This is the type of voucher I
Then
found.
the director of finance should not be raising vouchers. You have accounts clerk.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
So that's not the role of the director of finance to do. But now you have raised the voucher. You also signed the voucher.
When he raised vouchers.
You have signed the voucher.
Yes.
Authorizing payment.
Yes.
To who? Who is the payee?
Islamic AS Marina.
Now, why did you pay to land AS Marina? You cannot recall. Now you can recall. Why did you not pay to land AS Marina?
Council, unless I go back and look at
the voucher is before you. Where will you go back to do what?
Yeah, yes, because we gave out so many projects.
Here you have the documents. You have the contract there with you.
Yes.
The voucher with you. The amount is $510,000.
Yeah.
Then going back to do what? To do what?
Actually, it is paid to Laminates as advance payment.
Yes. Why did you pay to Laminates Marina? He's the contractor.
No.
So why did you pay to him?
Anyway, the check was paid to Laminates Marina.
See, you act like you're in a primary school class. That issue has already been dealt with. We know the check is paid to Laminates Marina. That's not the question now. Now we want to know why. As CEO, why did you pay to Laminates Marina? You're now telling me anyway it is paid to Laminates Marina.
Yes, I cannot remember the instruction given for us to raise the check in the name of Laminates. Maybe the company.
Maybe the company.
Yes.
Maybe. Or maybe who else?
I can only talk about the
You have spoken to the company.
That's quite true.
You don't even know where the company exists.
Yes.
The company was represented by Nyakase Gasama without no authority. Is that not the case?
Yes.
So now why did you pay to Nyakase? So sorry to Samarina.
Actually, I cannot just remember why was it paid.
It's not like you cannot remember. There is no reason. There is no genuine reason. Let me add the word genuine there as to why you should pay to him. He is also a civil servant.
Yes.
He works for the community development. You know him.
Yes, I know him.
Yes. You see, Mr. Touray, You were not running a fraudulent scheme in Kerewan.
Actually, for this one, unless
You are a fraudulent scheme in Kerewan. You know Mr. Marina, so it's not by mistake you pay to Mr. Marina. You know why I pay to Mr. Marina? Because Mr. Kasama asked you to pay to Mr. Marina. You had no business with Mr. Marina. You went and gave her the contract of $850,000 is very insane amount. You can't back up that money. You can't defend paying that money. You don't follow procurement process. You went and did a borehole knowing fully well that is not the price for a borehole. And in turn, you receive monies from Mr. Gasama. Very deceitful, Mr. Touray.
I cannot remember
You don't
receiving
have to
any.
remember anything.
Yeah.
You don't have to remember anything. But the law is simple. If you don't make authorized payment in the right manner, you are liable. But the law says that you are liable and you must pay for the money. You are liable. You have to pay for the money. So today, you know you did not follow due process in making the payment. That's a fact. Correct?
Yes.
The law, let me read to you page 8, chapter 2, section 202 of the Financial and Accounting Manual of Local Government in the Council, the role of the Chief Executive Officer. It says, as the accounting officer of council, you will be responsible for the personal general management and supervision of the financial and accounting operations of the councils and the safeguarding of council's assets in accordance with the relevant laws, emphasis added, of the Local Government Act 2002. That he is personally responsible for the due performance of the financial duties of council, observance by employees of council of all financial and accounting instructions, proper disbursement of such money. That is C. The proper disbursement of such money from the purchase of goods or acquisition of services for the day-to-day administration of the country. And to ensure that the adequate steps are taken for proper control of financial transactions under his control. Do you see this?
Yes.
So when you have not done this, you have violated the law. And sadly enough, at will. At will. It's by design. You know what Mr. Marina said in his statement?
No.
To the end of February 2025, that on the issue of the $510,000, I do not know anything about this transaction because I neither work for Kenya Council nor did I have any transaction with council during the period to receive money from council. Meanwhile, as per the payment voucher, it is in my name as the first part payment of Darussalam Bohol. I don't know anything about this transaction and I didn't receive money from council or Nyakasi. He's denying you people, knowing you people like Peter denied with Jesus Christ. Very sad. But you know Mr. Marena.
Yes, I know him.
Yes, and you know he doesn't work for country.
No.
And you know you should not pay money to him. Correct?
Yes.
So why did you pay to him? Mr. Ture, you admit that all payments made to Mr. Nyakasi did not follow due process.
Yes.
And the same thing to the payments made to Nyakasi through Mr. Marena. Now, for this value of the money, of money, Was council aware? The chairman aware of this?
Of what?
Of this payment?
Pardon?
Was the chairman aware of these payments made to Mr. Marion?
No, he's not aware.
He's not aware.
No.
Now please turn to page 21. Are you there with us?
Yes.
Now, it says third-party collections of GTRs, reconciliation of the contract for a receipt register, that's the CRPR, against the collector's cash book, revealed that the following general duplicate receipt were issued to particular collectors, but actually revenues on them were collected by different collectors. Why was that the case? One revenue collector collected revenue for another person. Why was that the case?
Which page?
21.
So I didn't have page 21 here.
Give me your copy because it doesn't have the copy he has that page missing.
Thank you. You have seen that? A receipt issued to one collector and the revenue collected by another collector. Are we together, sir?
Yes.
Why is that? Why was it happen?
These people were not supplied with GTR books. They were supplied with market tickets. They are all market collectors.
They're all
market collectors.
So they don't have GTRs.
No, they were supplied with market
So
tickets.
these serial numbers, the CRBR will indicate who was assigned or who was given these tickets.
These are market tickets anyway. And the CRBR is under the custody of the Director of Finance.
Yes. And so what is your point?
So actually for these ones, I think the Director of Finance may be at a better position
To answer.
to answer.
Let me give you that point, Mr. Touray. Now we have an amount of between $807,335 that we are paid on page 22 without any picture documents. You will find that on Annex 1. You turn back towards the end of the report, just few pages, you will see Annex 1. Now, payments were authorized in 2018, but there were no supporting documents. You're there?
Yes.
You've seen the Annex 1? Okay, you have 30th of July 2018. The payee is Ibrahim Sisi, the voucher number 35. The payment for 100 AMP battery for Caravan Air Castle 2. That's your vehicle. right?
Yes.
$4,000. You only have a receipt. You did not follow procurement process. Where did you get that money? You paid in cash?
It was paid cash.
You paid in cash. You purchased this.
No.
Who purchased?
It is purchased at the shop treasury level.
Yeah, but you purchased it because you instruct them to buy the receipt.
Yes.
Now, why did you not follow procurement process?
Well, there was no due procurement process taken.
Why? Is your personal vote? The account is yours.
No.
The people of K1 were working for you. They work for their CEOs and their finance directors and their chairman as well. So you have authority to spend this money in the manner in which you did. Touray,
Yes.
have you the authority to spend this $4,800 in the manner in 2018 that following due process?
No.
So that expenditure is unlawful.
Got it?
It's an unlawful expenditure.
Yes.
Again, we have cost of spraying Kerawan Area Council 3. Is that the data of finances vehicle?
Yes.
$10,000. Why would you spend $10,000 to spray a vehicle?
I think it had some damages on the body.
This is a priority.
There was some panel beating done on the vehicle.
This is a priority. You don't have priority of expenditure. You can't even pay salaries when you're taking overdrafts. You're thinking of spraying a vehicle.
But then the vehicle body had a serious damage.
No, it didn't say that. It says painting.
It was only it was panel beating and spraying.
Not say panel beating and spraying. It didn't say that.
That's the description they gave there.
No. It says being cost of general spraying of Kerawan Area Council 3.
There was some panel beating done there.
It's your evidence. If you can add anything you want to add, we're going by what we see. And you authorize this expenditure.
Yes, I made the approval
without any supporting document. You have the payment of fuel for council tractor. An EC tractor. What is an EC tractor?
Pardon?
What is EC tractor?
EC tractor. It is a council tractor given to us by EC.
No, it's an abbreviation. I want to know what EC is.
I think it is European Community.
European Community.
Yes.
Now you spent $3,285. No supporting documents. You have payment of lubricant for the council vehicles. $5,900 only a receipt attached. Payment of cost of cash power supply to council, $200. Payment of cost of spare parts for Kerawan Area Council, $10,100. We don't even know that the spare parts were purchased, but the values we have explained exactly what spare parts you're referring to. You have 1st of July 2018, payments made to Ibrahim Nyak, payment of cost of hiring of tractor to Kerawan Area Council for clearing of illegal dump site, $8,500. How much do you spend in hiring tractors?
It depends on the negotiation.
My friend, I'm not asking you what it depends on. How much do you normally spend?
Actually, I cannot just tell you how much we normally.
What is the average amount you will purchase, you will hire a tractor for?
Actually, it will be very difficult for me to tell you that.
Why?
Because it depends on the agreement between us and the tractor owner.
No, it should depend on the market price. That's why there has to be a market survey. That's why there has to be a procurement process. so that you know this is the amount that you are expected to spend when it comes to the hiring of tractors. Do you understand that?
Yes.
It's not your property. Even your own business, Mr. Touray, you would not manage it in this manner. You agree? You are not going to allow anyone to manage your own private business in this manner, will you?
No.
So why did you do it? Then why are you managing the accounts in this manner? Devoid of all regulations and procedures and laws and policies. You just don't care. Who were you hiring tractors from at the area council? In Karawan?
In Kerawan,
Yes.
I cannot remember in Kerawan hiring tractor there.
You can't remember anyone?
It's Para or Farafenya.
No, I mean, in Karawan area council, at the area council itself.
And we do hire tractors around Kerawan, around Farafenya.
Which,
Either Farafenya or Bar.
who would you normally hire tractors from?
I cannot remember their
Were
name.
you Nyakasi? You have been having tractors from Nyakasi?
Never.
You have not?
No.
Or you don't know?
Never.
Never.
Yes. During my
How do
time.
you talk with certainty when you believe in certainty?
During my time. No.
But during your time, who do you hire from?
Pardon?
During your time, who do you hire from?
It's either from Farafenya or Bar.
Now, the Annex 1, the list goes on. There was a 400,000 paid to council's contribution to governments for their project within their locality. What project was this?
It's council's counterpart contribution.
There was no document prepared for this.
Okay, that was a document prepared by Gamox.
You want to see this particular payment, the necessary vouchers that you have raised. You have not raised any. Of course, you have, but there were no supporting documents. The voucher number 67. And the project for which you're making your counterpart contribution. When it's 267, the same voucher as well, is again another contribution, $300,000. The total payment is $807,335.60. Sorry. So please get us the relevant documents for this particular payment. Are you done?
Yes, I noted them down.
We have overstatements as well. We have overstatements. Before that, we have on page 24, that significant difference between the general ledgers and the statements. It says reconciliation of components between the financial statements and the ledger balance for revenue revealed a cumulative difference of $5,315,298. Do you understand? For instance, for license, says the ledger states $22,899,132. But the statement, the financial statement reads $4,323,790. We have a difference of $1,424,587. Why would you have this difference?
It's which page?
Come again?
Which page?
24. 24. Yes. Do you have an explanation for that?
No, I have no explanation for this one unless I see the records.
You need time.
Yes.
See the records. Okay, Mr. Touray, you can reconcile the ledger together with the financial statements and come back. On page 27, you have an issue of overstatements in the cash. It says the cash against the treasurer's GTR book revealed the discrepancies between the two records and overstated difference of $66,481. So what you have in your receipt will be different from what you will have in the cash. For instance, 22nd of March 2019, receipt number 2780617. The amount you have in your receipt is $17,410. But the amount in the cash book is $17,770. Should the two not be the same?
Pardon?
Should the two not be the same, what you have in your receipt and in your cash book?
Yes, it should be the
So
same.
why would you have a difference?
There can be some errors which we have to go back and look at the cash book.
What kind of error?
There can be some omissions done.
What kind of omissions?
Actually, council, unless I go and look at the cash book with the director of finance to see what was the cause of it.
Let me find out from Mr. Touray. Who issues the GTR?
Is the director of finance?
Is the director of finance?
Yes.
But what is on the record is that the receipt, that is a GTR, that has been issued to clear a particular collector will be very different from what is contained in the cash. How would the finance director that when you are the one that will okay, because you have stated in your statement that you issue verbal instructions for monies to be expended on salaries, fuel, cash power, etc., etc.
Yes. For this one, this particular receipt book is under the custody of the director of finance.
So, which of the receipt books do you have custody of?
Now,
this is just a sample of what you have seen in the vouchers.
This particular receipt book is under the custody of the director of finance.
That is the GTR receipt,
Yes.
receipt that is issued to the collectors. Is that what you?
There is another one that is issued to the director of finance himself.
Okay.
That he used to give receipts to each of the collectors when they come for reconciliation. So that receipt book have to be entered in the main cash.
GTR receipt books does he issue out as the director of finance?
It depends on the number of revenue collectors.
No, apart from the receipts that he issues to the revenue collectors, what other receipts does he issue out?
Tickets. There are no other receipts apart from tickets.
All right.
Apart from GTR receipts, there are no other receipts.
Oh, thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, let me refer to Annex 3. Just turn to Annex 3. Almost there.
Let's which page?
Annex 3 is page 40, but the reference page is 28, where you have understatements in the cash book. You have a total amount of $1,137,051. There is a difference between the cash book and the GT, Treasurer's GTR books. Okay, if you go to Annex 3, you will see. For instance, the next it says the amount on the receipt, $86,392 is. Amount posted to the cash flow is less, $83,392 is. So what you will have in the cash flow is always less than what you will have in setting the receipt. And that will give you $1 million is $137,400 is difference. How would you understand revenue in your cash flow?
Actually, unless I consult the director of finance.
You see, Mr. Touray, you know the director of finance testified, and he will come again together with you. He will write to you for some of these and the withdrawals, and you will do it together. But he said that what you operated in Kerawan Area Council is an issue of absolute monarchy, where you decide exactly what you want, how you want it, when you want it. When it comes to payment, no one questions.
About council, here we are talking of here this particular receipt books. I think receipt books, any amount that has been stated there by the director of finance should be the amount that should be posted in the cash book.
Yes, that should be the normal procedure.
Yes.
But then everybody starts with you.
No, but no.
Every collector in submitting receipt, they start with you.
That has nothing to do.
Clear this.
I think that has nothing to do with the transactions to be posted in the cash books.
But I don't know. You don't conduct any analysis of the accounts. You don't conduct any bank reconciliation. Nothing. You will have they don't have all these things flat.
Yeah, but for the
interested.
But any amount that has been receipted has to be posted accordingly in the cash book.
But you see, how about if you give the instructions not to?
No, there's no instruction on that side.
So why would you have it to different?
No, actually, I think the director of finance should be at a better position.
Some of you are in a position to tell us, but you in particular, because you are the one who decided that you will not do any reconciliation. You are the one who decided that you will not check the accounts. But then the money, what is the source of your revenue? What are the main sources of revenue? Council.
License.
Yes.
Rates and taxes.
Yes. Rents are collected by revenue collectors. Correct?
Yes.
And all of them are saying, I have to see the CEO first. He has to tell me what I do with the money. All of them singing the same theme song. All of them. Then you must tell party at Amadou what. Do you understand that? It was that bad, Mr. Touray. It was that serious. So now you can't come here with the director of to testify and now want to say that the director of finance should be answerable. He will be answerable, but you have the primary burden to carry. Is that not so? It happened on your watch. Is that not the case?
Yes.
Unless there are questions for this witness, we have few questions for the last one report for 2020.
On the issue of what is the status of the toilets in Dungukabe? Room.
Pardon?
The status of the toilets at the Dungukabe room. What is the status as we speak?
I cannot remember.
You cannot remember.
No.
As at the time, let's say from 2018 to 2021, what were the challenges for this Lumo toilet facilities? Because you have the same issue in Dungukabe, you have the same issue in Farafeni. Were you able to resolve it based on the findings of the auditors?
Yeah, unless I look at it, which year was it?
2018, 2019.
Yeah, 2018, 2019. I cannot remember where we work on Dungukabe toilet facility.
Sorry, I'm not speaking into the mic, please.
I said in 2018.
Yes.
I cannot remember where we work on the Quebec toilet.
You
The
did
room
not
on-
work on
I
Quebec.
cannot remember it.
Did you have any? Did you receive the report, the 2018-2019? Because the auditors did a joint report for 2018 and 2019, and you left in 2021. Is that correct?
Yes.
So were you able to have a copy of the report?
No.
When did you leave in 2021?
January.
January.
Yes.
Thank you.
On the 2021 report, we have a few questions for you. On page 63, are you there?
Page 63.
Yes.
Yes.
It will refer you to Annex A. There's an amount of $270,176.63 that you've authorized payment for without the necessary supporting documents. There's in 2020, all the payments were in 2020. You have payments made to Alassane Keita, payment of documentary by GRTS, Ibrahim Jamil, Chief, payment of city allowance for January, car decoration shop, 2-car seat and 2-floor mat, and the list goes on. And the amount is 270,170. You've seen that.
Can you give me the page of the annex?
63. The annex page is 88.
Yes.
Yes. That is the situation for these payments. Why would you sanction payments without following due process?
Yeah, actually, for the GRTS one, there was a proposal prepared. I know it was not attached on the payment
Yes.
document.
Yes. Go ahead.
Unless I consult the office so that we can get these documents from the office there.
No problem, staff. Today.
Ibrahim Jame is a chief.
Yes.
Usually at the end of every month, we pay the chiefs
Right.
$150, $1,500 as their sitting allowance.
Okay.
So he was paid the sitting allowance here of 1,500.
It's all.
For the car decorated shop, I cannot remember which particular vehicle is this.
Now you see the list. If you have any explanation to that, you can tell us. Subsequently, you can take your time and study it. And if you have the necessary documents, you can bring it for.
Okay.
You have a guest house in front of you?
Pardon?
A guest house.
Yes.
How many rooms?
I cannot. It's about 10 rooms, I think.
Who manages the guest house?
Okay, the time I was living Farafenya,
Yes.
there was no manager by then because it was not even functioning.
Okay.
We didn't even furnish the rooms. And we were communicating with Kamos when we realized that there were some issues that they need to correct.
Yes.
And that was the time I left.
But why did you not really make sure that the Farafenya guest house is up and running?
Actually, the time I was there, it was yet to be completed finally for it to be handed over to us.
Oh, this in 2019, 2020.
Yes.
It's ready, but it was left at a very bad state.
Yes, 2020, when I was living there, absolutely, there was nothing in any of the rooms.
Why?
Yeah, because it was in 2021 that we were planning to furnish all the rooms. And coincidentally, it was in the budget for 2021, and that was the time I left.
Do you have an asset register?
No, not updated one.
You don't have an asset register.
Yes.
All right. For the deposit made into your account for the $8,000 by Sadamfa, your EcoBank, we'll ask that you provide us with your EcoBank statement.
Yes.
When you come back next.
Yes.
And let's respond for this witness. You, unless there are questions, we'll give him another day to reappear.
Mr. Touray,
Yes.
there has been a problem of lack of payment of transport allowance for the staff during your period. Why was that the case?
Actually,
And the second part of the question is that there was indiscriminate payment, like new staffs, new hired staffs will be paid transport, and the payment rate is also different. Is there no guidelines as to the payment of transport allowance for staff?
actually, I can remember some of the staff, we are not paying them transport fares because,
Why was that the case?
because we thought that they were living in Kerouac itself.
Sorry?
They were living in Kerouac itself. So that was the reason why we were not paying them transport allowance.
But did you, as at that time, did you have an admin officer or director?
No, there was no,
2018 to 2021?
no, there was no admit officer.
No admin
No,
personnel at all.
no,
So all administrative job is done by you.
yes.
Thank you.
The GSM operators within your area council, how were you collecting their license?
We were sending their demand directly to their head office,
Where?
to their head offices.
Their head
Offices, yes.
do you have evidence of those demands?
Yes, the evidences are there.
Yes. You will need them because we have the like for instance, Africell Customer Care Center in Farafenni Bara. They were not paying operational fees.
Africell was paying operational fees, and we were charging them based on the number of antennas that they have within the region.
Who was collecting the operational?
It was collected from the head office. We sent somebody to go and pick the check, give them their receipts.
Okay, that's fine. And the same for Komiyom as well?
Exactly.
Bara?
The same.
Okay. The same as well for Gamsa,
Yes, all of them.
Cusa,
Yes.
Shelton,
Where?
Shelton.
No, I cannot remember any certain there.
Now, if you say they were paying, then I will need you to provide us with evidence of payment from 2018 to 2020.
Okay.
But Cement Factory as well, at the Pereto, were they paying their license?
The time I challenged them, that was the time they stopped operating. So they are paying only rates for the property.
Now, we will give you a list, but most notably these four Avicel, Chromium, Gamcell, and QCell. These 4 GSM operators. And then the rest will give you the list so that you provide us with evidence of payment, if any,
Okay.
with respect to their operational license fees
Okay.
from 2018 to 2020. 2020, yes. Okay, that's all for this one.
Mr. Touray, thank you so much. We will call you back after you've done the reconciliations for us. And we have requested that you provide us with some certain information. Please endeavor to do so.
Yes.
By Monday next week. All right.
Okay.
So you are discharged. Thank you. Can you please call in the next witness?
I think I should be giving this copy. Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness.
Good afternoon.
Welcome back to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Mr. Witness, what is your religion?
I'm a Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Okay. Affirmation.
Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation. Okay, use your right hand, raise it up and repeat after me. I, Samba M. Kelly, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Thank you. May we kindly seated, Madam Chair. Witness, thank you. I have the honor to hand for the witness to cross the case.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lee.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Counsel, you may proceed.
Yes. So essentially you took over from SEEDY to the Caravan Area Council.
Yes.
And you've been there for how many years? From 2022 to what date?
I took over from Mr. Touray February 15th, and I was there up to June
I was transferred to Janjambure area council.
You were only there for less than a year.
No, for 2 years.
Okay. To June which year?
2 good years, yes.
From 2020 to 2022.
From 2021, 2020, then 2023, I was moved to Janjambure.
From 2021?
Yes.
Why 2022?
Yes.
Now, when you took over from Touray, did he give you a handover note?
Yes.
Do you have a copy of the handover note?
Yes, I have a copy.
Please see. Can we please see the copy?
I did not bring the copy. But it's with me, I can produce it.
Thank you.
Yes.
I want you to write that down
Yes.
so that you may not forget.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Just take the note down. Yeah.
You done?
Yes, I'm done.
Now, when you took over from him, the Department of Finance, did you find any cashier ground?
No, there was no cashier during my time.
When you were there as CEO, did you have any cashier employed?
No, I did not. There was no cashier employed, and I did not employ any cashier.
Why? Is there any reason why?
Well, we cannot employ at that rank. We employ only at the lower cadre, that is from grade 1 to grade 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grade 3.
Grade 3, exactly.
Now, did you write the request for attention?
Yes, at one time we wrote to the ministry so that the service commission can appoint, and I wrote about there were 5 vacancies at that time.
Will you have evidence of those correspondences?
Unless if I consult the staffs on the ground there.
Then who was performing the role of a cashier in council when you were there?
Well, there was no cashier. We were authorizing our revenue collectors to make payments.
Right? Would your revenue collectors make payment?
Well, I mean, that was what I found on the ground, and I was advised to do it like that.
First, please.
You know, I have my lieutenants there, people like the director of finance, the planning director.
They are your lieutenants.
Yes, they are my people who I sit and discuss with.
So they advise you to leave it like that.
Yes. Anyway, that's what we were doing, definitely, to be honest.
Those of your lieutenants advise you to leave it like that. Leave the status quo as it were at the time.
Anyway, we were assigning the revenue collectors to make payments, to be honest.
As the CEO should probably be in the position to advise your finance director to know what is right for the management of capital. Is that not the case?
Exactly, but at times you do take advice from them also. Not all the time that you advise them to do something. At times you also take advice from them as you are working with them.
Advising you not to have a cashier doesn't make sense to you? Would you
having a cashier, that is very good. That will also help us. But I mean, you know, we cannot appoint. It's only the ministry that appoints. The service commission that appoints.
Exhausted that part that you did not write to the service commission. The question for what?
I tell you, we wrote. I found that there, and I also wrote to inform them that we need some positions in the council.
Now, it also does not, it's not advisable to have your revenue collectors who are tax collecting revenue to be making payments.
I agree.
So why did you follow that advice?
I agree.
So why did you follow that advice?
Well, I thought that it was on the, it is in the benefit, it is in the interest of council. So this is why I accepted it.
Of council.
Because might be, I mean, the cash will be saved and everything will be saved. So this is why we do it in that way. I do it in that way.
Safe. So it is in a very unconventional manner. Disregarding all the rules, so the cash is not safe. How is the cash safe? When they make payments at their substation, when they collect revenue and pay whosoever you have authorized them to pay, how will the cash be safe?
They are revenue collectors. They are our staffs. We know them very well. This is why we authorize them to make payments on behalf of the council.
Don't anyone. You don't have to even trust anyone.
I agree.
You don't even have to, that's not even a question to ask. When we work in public service, all you have to do is follow regulation.
Good.
As simple as.
Accept.
It's not your personal business.
Yes.
So even your personal business, you would not run it in that manner.
Yes.
You don't trust people with your money, talk less of public funds. But to be honest, the revenue collectors don't have much to be blamed. You know, they are scared of you people.
But council, if you trust somebody and you are working with the individual, I think you can assign him or her to do some works for you that you
must follow.
Yes.
The law says money collected must be deposited into the bank or paid into a receiving cash.
Yes.
It says for expenditure there has to be a format to follow.
Okay.
In fact, tells you who has the authority to incur expenditure. It tells you all the different classifications of expenditure. Whether it's for salary, it's for allowance, it's for payment of contractors, it's minor works. It's there, clear. Why is it hard to follow? Why? Tell me. Why is it hard to follow?
Follow
the law. You're probably one of the most, the longest serving CEOs. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah. You know, you have vast experience. Whatever you do that is irregular, for the most part, you do it will.
No, not at will. I will do it.
You will do it what?
To suit the council or to suit anything that will favor the council.
Appoints you to do things that you think will suit the council. They appoint you, the employer, to do things that are in accordance with law.
Exactly.
If you do it in accordance with law, that is what will suit council.
Exactly.
Your own decision. In fact, the law says if you have to depart from these accounting rules or regulations, you must have clear, express consent. So you don't have a discretion there. You, the CEOs, the mayors, the mayors, you think you have discretion. You don't have discretion when it comes to money. The finance of council, the public finance, you don't have discretion. But to follow the law.
Exactly.
It's not a personal business.
Yeah.
Will you be able to be in a position to account for all the monies that you've asked them to spend?
No.
Why?
Well, for a period of 2 years, all these expenditures, you cannot be in the possession to.
So who will pay for it? We have the list. We have the books are there, books don't lie. So who will pay for that money that you can't account for? Who will pay for the money? You bought a house. You have your own compound. Is that not the case?
Who me?
Yes. You don't have your own compound that you've built.
Yes.
Where did you have the money from? Is it not your salary?
From my salary, yes.
But your salary cannot pay, cannot build a compound. Mister, that kind of compound. Can't be a salary. We all live here.
But the other time I told you that I have my brothers, I have my relatives, I have my sons who are away. And I have supporters who supports me also.
I am still where I am, crawling and crawling, taking it one step at a time. Most people, that's what they do. Most people, that's what they do. My point is, you flouting the rules is design. All of you people that are flouting these rules, it's not that you don't know. It's not like you don't know, you know. But when you create the loophole, you benefit from it, from this loophole. Otherwise, if you have no personal interest, you would follow the law. Now, what you had a procurement officer?
Yes.
Who was your procurement officer?
Well, it was Fatu Jaite.
She wrote to you.
She wrote to me, but the letter was not seen by me. I had it from the commission that she wrote to me.
That was seen by you. She confronted you on several occasions that you must follow procurement process. Correct?
She confronted me, but we were doing everything with her. Everything that we are doing, concerning about contracts, she was spearheading everything. No, it was not false.
Very false. You don't have evidence of that.
Counsel, how can you prepare a requisition, send to procurement office, approval is given, minutes are there? How can that can be false without her knowing?
Stanley, how can you be authorizing payment at the level of the revenue collectors without following due process? That's procurement.
I think my director of finance with the planning director testify here.
Go ahead.
What they testify is very correct.
Yes.
We were not doing anything without her knowing. Although I made some procurements that I used to do on myself, that I accept. But anything that concerns contract, she's very aware.
That's not true. Because your director of finance and your planning department, they also admitted that procurement was not strictly followed. They admitted. Even the CEO that left it for you admitted. But then you don't have to admit it, but the evidence does speak for itself.
Yes, me, I am not going to admitted that she's not aware, because simply anything that I am doing, I will make sure she will spearhead everything. And from my office is to her office.
Don't worry about July 27th, 2021, you were in country.
Yes.
You signed a check for Hull Abit Trading.
Yes.
$100,000.
Yes.
I'll give it to you. The budget is here. You
Yes.
tell me the program process that was followed.
Yes.
It's as simple as that. Is that the Sally, this is not your first time appearing here. You and I know you don't follow you don't follow rules. You and I both know rules. They will go to the left and you will go to the you will go to the left and then the rules will go to the right. That is a payment too.
Yes.
Payment made to into the microphone, please. Please kindly speak into the microphone.
Okay. Yes.
Payments made to
Albert Training.
What is the payment for?
This is disaster. This is disaster that this is 500 that we bought rice, give it to the community.
Procurement. You bought a rice. Is that a procurement? Or it's not?
For this one, I cannot remember exactly, definitely.
Did you sign that?
I do sign, yes.
Authorize the payment.
Yes, I do sign and authorize the payment.
You agree it's a procurement process? Is procurement of rice?
Yes.
How much? 500,000.
Yes, 500,000.
What
500,000?
procurement method was followed?
For this one, definitely, this one it was not followed. Yes, I accept.
Why?
Because this one was an emergency one. whereby we went into it as quickly as possible.
So the law says you have the freedom to not follow procurement as long as it is emergency.
No, when there is emergency, you should also follow the procurement as far as we are with the procurement officers at our
What
council.
was emergency in this? You see, everyone takes advantage of COVID-19. What was the emergency in?
It was during COVID-19.
Giving you a hint, I know.
It was during COVID-19 when we bought this rice and give it to the communities.
What
affected
is the emergency in COVID-19? That you, what do you understand when you say it's emergency? You don't know.
No, all I can say is, I mean, people were they were in need of our support.
We are in need.
And we sit together, the council, we sit together and we decide to do it.
Yes.
And it was done.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But you procured rice, paid $500,000, flouted all the rules, did not follow any rule for that matter. You said it was emergency. It was COVID-19. Why was it an emergency? Inapplicable to your case. Not saying COVID-19 is not an emergency situation. It's COVID-19. People have to go to a lockdown. I'm just asking you, what was the emergency?
But this voucher is well known to everybody, all citizens or communities at West Coast, at West Coast, at North Bank.
All of them, they know you spent $500,000.
Yes, we spent this.
No,
it was not something that was indoors or something. Everybody was called. Every people, villages were called. Governor, everybody was called to witness all this.
To witness that you have spent.
We spent $500,000 and hand over it to NDMA.
Now, here the question. The witness that you have spent $500,000. The witness that you spent $500,000. The witness the giving of rice.
Yes, exactly.
The value.
Not the money.
We are concerned with the money. No one is saying you shouldn't give rice out. We are concerned with the process. The genuineness of the process. That's where the fraud comes in. Procurement. You and I know this. Don't divert the topic to suggest that we don't want you to buy rice for the community. In fact, you should buy more rice for the community because you're not doing anything for the community as an area council, all area council. So now we want to know.
No, councils are doing what we can do, definitely.
No single council, that's not the issue, Mr. Lee. No single council. With the amount of money you collect from the people, harassing the people for the rates and taxes and market dues, you don't do even.
Let me tell you now.
Let's take the issue.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Council. This thing, it has happened definitely. They have done it without going through the procurement process.
It's wrong.
It's wrong.
It's unlawful.
It's unlawful. Yes.
Lee, you are responsible for this.
How am I responsible?
You're the CEO.
But CEO also you have to sit with people at this court.
Now, who is responsible for this? Tell us now. You and who? Who else?
The council.
Who else will?
I'm not alone in the council.
How many of you to the decision to follow this unlawful process? How many of you? You don't want to bear the responsibility alone. Now give us the names. We call them. We put them. The more people we have, the better. Was it your sole decision?
No, it was not.
Who else gave you?
Well, all I know, we stood over it.
Who?
I, the planning director, the director of finance, my senior staff, the procurement officer, everybody, we sit over anything that comes to our way.
My procurement officer in this, because you disregarded procurement. You said yourself you did not follow procurement. So not mention the procurement officer. Very unfair. If you had followed procurement, then you can mention the procurement officer. You said you disregarded procurement. Now you want to mention the procurement officer.
No, this one escapes from my mind.
Exactly. So don't mention the procurement officer. Now you yourself, you have cleared the procurement officer. But as CEO, you are primarily responsible. You have the responsibility to make sure that the funds are properly dispersed.
Exactly.
So you failed to do that.
Exactly.
We have another voucher here.
Okay.
It's a voucher number 220000707. 30th of June 2022. You were there in council? 30th June 2022. You were there in council, correct?
30th June 2023. Yes, I was there.
Waste collection at Bara, at Farafia, sorry, and Bara. Let me give you the. We also have another waste collection paid to INET, 165,000 dollars. You see the corresponding vouchers with the necessary this is the 3 quotations. Allegedly, we have evidence it's not true. You don't have 3 quotations. And $170,000 as well paid for another waste collection. So you want to help us with this, all these payments. We do it one at a time. The first voucher. The first voucher.
Yes. The first voucher.
Yes. What is the amount?
The amount was 100,000.
200,000.
100,000 before 200,000.
Let me see again. I think I saw 200,000, but maybe I'm wrong. It's 200,000.
It's 100,000. Check the first list. 100,000. 40, 60. Before 200 is 100.
No, this is the requisition. You
Okay.
are in the requisition. 60, 40.
Yes.
Correct?
Okay.
That is the requisition.
Okay.
That is not a voucher. These are supporting documents.
So
The requisition says 100,000 from the director of planning. Right? But what we have is 200,000 is raised. That's what the voucher says.
let me go over
In fact, it's two vouchers, 2 requisitions. You have one for Bara and the other for Farafenni.
Exactly.
Okay, it makes it $200,000. You can check it again. That's it. You have seen it?
Yes, I have seen it.
You confirm it's 200,000.
Yes.
The first is for Farafenni.
Farafenni, yes.
The second is for Bara.
Bara, yes.
Okay. What is the payment for?
It's for waste collection and disposal.
Okay. Now, who did you pay?
Where the name is has been clipped.
You'll be assisted in
Yes.
removing the claim.
Yeah. It was paid to Sirin Falujo.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, why is Sirin Falujo? What I mean is, how did he win the contract? How was he awarded the contract?
That one, the only thing I can, then I was very new at Karawan. When I came, I will go through my planning director, then he will assist us, then we will give contracts to these people.
Where were you before Karawan?
I was in all the councils. Apart from these urban councils, I staff all the councils. There is no council that I don't serve.
So you being new wouldn't be an excuse, cannot be an excuse. That. Correct? You agree with me? To be new in any area council would not be a valid, a genuine reason.
But council, what I want to make clear here is, for me, through my own experience,
Right.
if you happen to go to a council, you have to listen to people so that you can work with them and you know how to go on. But you cannot just come here and you cannot do anything. You have to listen to whom the staffs on the ground.
They tell you how to do your job.
You have to work with, no, not my job, but I have to sit with them and we discuss so that I can know the way forward.
Does that have anything to do with procurement? Whether you follow procurement process or not, you have to listen to them. Is that what you are saying? Is that what you are saying? For listening to them, does it have to do with procurement? Say yes or no.
For procurement,
yes.
She's hearing what I'm saying because she knows everything that I am.
Let's limit ourselves to this one. That's a general statement. Let's let people say yes to that. She knows everything, but now case by case basis. You have the voucher before you.
Yes.
The first defense was you have to listen to the people. Now I want to know whether in procurement you have to listen to your staff for your staff to tell you whether to follow procurement process or not.
Not actually my staff, but what I have said here, I said my directors, I have to sit with them, discuss with them.
Anybody.
Yes, not anybody. It cannot be anybody because the staffs, most of the staffs are at the field level.
I'm sorry. Now your director of finance, your directors, must you listen to them for them to tell you whether to follow procurement or not?
No, directors, they will not say that.
Okay. Now, why did you not follow procurement, that payment? Any reason?
No, this one was an oversight.
No oversight?
It was an oversight, Mr. Council.
You guys know what an oversight is? You guys know the meaning of oversight?
Out of your mind.
How can this be out of your mind?
Well, I have done it without consulting her or without telling her what we should do. That was a mistake. I can understand.
That cannot be a mistake. That cannot be a mistake. A mistake will suggest the error is genuine, that you never intended to disregard procedure. In fact, it happened, but without without it occurring to your mind that you must have followed procurement process. You knew for every procurement there is a process, correct?
Exactly.
So it is within your knowledge. It's not a mistake. Do you understand that? So that is the point. Get to the next one. Yes, I believe.
Yes, I have seen it.
There's an amount of 165,000, I believe. You see that?
100?
$65,000. 165. 165,000. It's a voucher.
Going through the voucher, yes.
What is the voucher number?
$807. KACPV 210000913. Voucher date 31st July 2021.
KACP 2, is it 428?
No, KACP
Yeah, yes.
PV 210000913.
Let me please see. I'm not sure whether we are in charge of the same project.
That's the voucher number.
But when you were in council, you met Nyanyaka customer, right?
No, it's 165 here.
The number I have is 22000428. 165. The date is 30th of March 2022.
Yeah, 165. Let's see here also.
Are we together?
Yes, we are together.
Okay, you have now sent the voucher.
Yes.
428.
Yes, 428.
Who is the payee? Who did you pay to?
I think it's INET Enterprise.
Who owns INET? Is there a check attached to it?
No.
Turn to the other support documents. You may see a check. Is there a check?
No, the check is in the name of Babu.
Who?
Babu.
Bab what?
Babundu.
Why would you pay Babu when the pay is supposed to be INET? Any reason?
Well, on the issue of payments, that is directly the responsibility of the director of finance.
My friend, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, just to get into that.
Yes, I'm hearing.
Still get into that. What do you mean by that? You sign the check.
I sign check. He also signed check, and he's responsible for payments.
No, you are responsible for payment. See, you guys keep on confusing your roles.
No, I am not.
Are the primary director of finance in council.
Exactly, yes.
Give you the name that they give no one, probably apart from that accountant general. You are the chief accounting officer.
We are the chief accountants, but we are also not responsible for everything that is running in the council.
You are responsible for everything in council together with the chairman and council itself. The director of finance has no power when it comes to expenditure. In fact, he advises you. Do you understand? In fact, the director of finance role is such that it is your role that you can delegate the director of finance. Do you get it?
But council on the issue of payments, that is directly the mandate of the director of finance.
Let's go to the authority for expenditure. Those who have authority, payments are expenditures, correct? It says authority for expenditure 19, page 19, section 305. But the authority to incur expenditure is invested in council through the budget approval. The finance director shall not make any payment, nor accept any charge in his account unless authorized by the chief executive. He does the physical act. You are the overall boss.
Exactly.
Say yes, he does. He makes payment.
That's true.
You will say no, he cannot make payment if you say no. Do you understand that? For every payment, $5, you should give your green light. after it has followed due process, obviously, then you should give your green light. Even if all processes are correct and you decide not to sign, the check cannot be honored.
Yes, yes, I know.
Exactly. The voucher cannot be honored if you haven't signed the voucher. Not the case? Is that not the case?
That's the case.
So who is in control of payment? Who is in control of it? Going by our discussion now, who is in control?
I am in control.
Okay, fine.
But he's next to me again.
Absolutely.
Yes, he's next to me. Yes.
You see, whenever you go down, it's difficult for the Director of Finance not to go down with you because he has one mandate as well. But today you are the one who is here,
Yes.
so we just limit ourselves to your responsibilities.
Okay.
Now, that payment, why did you pay? Sign the check in the name of revenue collector.
Babundur.
Yes, why?
Well, Babu was doing all payment. He was doing some payments for us. Yes, because he's in Farafenye. You know, he's familiar to these bankers there. Then anything we authorize him, it will be done as we want. So this is why we were. In fact, at times this is why we divert payments to him, not the sub-treasury head.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fine. That's still a general statement.
Yes.
Very improper. I'm not interested in that. Now, why did you make payment to Babundur in this case?
This is what I have said here.
It's general statement.
That
it's in Farafenye.
Yes, it's in Farafenye. There are some payments that when we need those payments, we'll just draw a check.
Yes.
But this check is drawn in the name of, I think, Maudo. Is it?
You gave me Babundu's name.
Ah, okay, yes, it's Babundu.
Okay.
Babundu.
Now, be it as it may, the name doesn't even matter. It matters to the point that we're talking about a revenue collector, a staff of council, who is not the contractor.
Council, I agree.
This case, let's limit ourselves to this case. Why?
No, this is what I'm saying. I agree. In a proper manner, it should be written in the name of the contractor. But that was the mistake we did.
Why was it paid in the name of Babundu? There must be a reason.
I did not see the reason there. I did not see the reason.
You don't see the reason?
No.
So there was no reason?
No. The reason is Babu will take care of everything that that
you cannot take care of. That the contractor cannot take care of by himself. Did Babu pay the contractor?
No, on the issue of payments, I cannot tell who paid the contractor. All I know, it was the check was drawn in his name.
Now,
but normally we draw the checks in his name, but he hand over the money to the staffs for payments.
Did Babu pay this contractor for the trucks?
That I cannot remember absolutely, because I am directly not responsible for payments. I just authorize council. I will just authorize, but for payments, do this, do that. Definitely, I don't do that.
You see, Sally, I'm not interested to know whether payments you've authorized are actually really paid to the intended recipients. You're not interested.
I am.
So why would you not know? Why would you not know? First, you are paying to someone who is a council staff who is not the payee. Now, if that person keeps the money, how would you know? Will you know?
I will know. They will inform me.
Who will inform you?
Even the director can inform me.
The director will inform you.
The director of finance will inform me. And even the contract, the owner of the contract will inform me.
Who is the owner of the contract?
Well, INET interpret.
Who is INET? INET is a business.
Yes, personally, me, I don't know him.
No, you know INET. You know INET because you know Nyakasi Kasama.
Me, if I tell you to be very honest, I met Nyakasi only once throughout my stay
I met so many
in North Bank.
once, and I
Throughout my stay in North Bank, I met.
Gassama owns INET.
Yes, I'm not denying it. I said met him only once.
This you knew Nyakasi Gassama is INET. Correct. That's a fact. It's Ramadan. We all speak the truth.
Exactly.
So you Nyakasi Gassama is INET. It's a fact. You agree? Do you agree? Mr. Lee, do you agree? Is it a yes?
Yes, I agree.
All right. Continue from there.
This is a convenient point to stop. We will reconvene after 2.
Thank you.